All right, so we're kind of just at the land today. There's a lot of people doing work and stuff because it's like early morning now. I'm just gonna go ahead and clean this up because I don't know if you can tell, these are horrendously dirty. And yeah, the brakes are super noisy, super loud because I think they're filled with brake dust. So yeah, I'm gonna do my best just to clean up the rims. I won't be able to get to the brakes, but eventually I will have to take this somewhere to get it checked because I did that once. I think I told you guys actually that I went to Autobacks. It was about a month ago maybe. And yeah, they told me the brakes were perfectly fine, even though I started kind of laughing when they told me that. So yeah, I'm gonna take it somewhere else at some point and get it checked again because I'm pretty sure it's either completely filled with brake dust or there might actually be something wrong with the brakes. It's super noisy at light pressure when I brake. And honestly, sometimes even people walking on the sidewalks when I brake, they kind of cover their ears and stuff like that. And it kind of hurts my ears too. So yeah, we're gonna have to do something about that. I don't know if I could switch to ceramic brakes or not. I don't know if people do that or not. I know they're expensive, but I don't know if that's a thing or not, or if I should just upgrade the brakes or something. I'm really not sure, but yeah, something's gonna have to be done. Taking you guys down to the park where I always take you guys to. It's literally just over there, around the corner, where I always take photos of my new cars, I guess you call it. I've only had two of which you guys know of because they've thoroughly been shown on this channel. One of which you guys have never seen unless you've been following me on Twitter years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago. And then maybe a couple of photos on my Instagram that I posted that no longer exist. Then you'll have known about the third car that I had. The first car that I had. The first car I ever bought in my life. Yes, it was here in Japan. But yeah, I guess you guys know this story. If you've seen, I forget which video it was, one of my previous videos on this channel, I thoroughly explained the history behind that car and why I had it and why I got rid of it and all that stuff. But currently, we've got our daily driver, the Hachiroku. And who knows what we'll have in the future. Maybe we'll have something else. Maybe we'll have another car. I would love to get a project car. If I could find somewhere to store it, if I could, you know, work something out. Find somewhere where we could work on it. And I don't know, turn to a drift missile or something. There are two cars that I have in mind, which I've explained to you guys last time, that I'd really be interested in getting my hands on in the future if I ever had the money, if I ever had somewhere where I could store it, you know, get a small piece of land or like a garage or something like that where I could work on it and stuff like that. But for the time being, let's walk to the park because this place is super nice, but at the same time very ghetto because everything overgrows here and this park is massive. There's not as many people as there usually is here. Sometimes there's like huge tennis tournaments or something usually happening here, sports events and stuff like that. This is a massive park, but yeah, it doesn't sound like anything's happening right now. Or it's like break time or something. I don't know. But we'll walk around very quickly. It's perfect weather. It's a little bit hot. It's supposed to get hotter though. I think today is probably one of the final days where I have a chance to do something like this. So I'm just going to be so busy for the next month or two, to the point that I really won't be able to film any videos or do anything like that for you guys. So enjoying the weather while I can on like my technically last day until I'm gonna be super busy. So there's something happening. It's like spring camp. I was gonna say summer camp, but that's incorrect. Kind of like a summer camp kind of thing. Practicing. Man, these tennis courts really need to be redone. They're super worn out. I think the heat gets to them. But also, for those of you that don't know, sports facilities, so like tennis courts, I guess basketball courts too. I've never seen one in Japan though. Skate parks, definitely. What else? Obviously swimming pools. What else? You know, stuff like that. Yeah, you have to pay in Japan. It's not like in North America where you can just go to a tennis court and use it if nobody's there. It's not like that. No, in Japan you gotta pay. And I guess it's kind of expensive and stuff like that. So just to, you know, play tennis for fun, not part of like a camp or anything like that. Like you just come with a friend or something you want to play. Yeah, you gotta pay. So usually, I guess this building, I guess you gotta go in here and ask them if you can rent a court for like an hour or two or whatever, and then come out here. Same with skate parks. You never see like kids and stuff like that, people at skate parks. They're always like super empty, super ghetto or whatever, just because you got to pay for them. Typically high school students and stuff like that probably don't have the money for that, so you'll generally see skate parks completely empty here in Japan. I think there's only one skate park in this entire city actually. It's usually on TV and stuff like that though, but yeah, you don't typically see too many people there. All right, let's head back. It's getting really hot and I still gotta clean the interior of the car, so it's probably like 50 degrees inside of there right now. And we're back at the iconic location, just back there, right over there. You guys know that area, right? It's where we take a lot of the Instagram photos and new car photos, I guess you call it, usually right over there. Problem with this place is they don't usually have anything that I want. It's all like soda, energy drinks and stuff like that, nothing that I really want. Good enough. 140 yen though, that's damn expensive. I probably should have just gone to like a grocery store or something, but yeah, I really need this right now, otherwise I'm gonna die. All right, while we're here, let's go card spotting. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. There's a nice Swift though. I think these are pretty popular normal cars that a lot of people want to get, especially like the Suzuki Swift Sport, I think it is. They typically come in yellow, super nice. Jimny, nothing else though. Let's get out of here. Let's go back to the land. Damn, looking good. All right, let's get to work again. So I got all my cleaning supplies, vacuums in here. I'm gonna clean the interior cleaner, bunch of towels, wax, rim cleaner, some other stuff in here. Gonna do this whole car. Got the hose line here, so we're at the land again. And yeah, we'll see what else. I do actually have some pieces for the interior coming in. I've ordered one thing so far, but I gotta order one more thing that I haven't done yet. So waiting on one thing to come in. It'll take about a week to get here. And it should help to get rid of some of this silver, because honestly, if I'm being really honest about the interior of the Hachiroku, the only thing that makes it look not as good or not as high quality, I guess, the one thing is definitely all the silver pieces. It kind of looks cheap quality. So I've ordered one thing so far that's come in, tiny little thing, but it's gonna take a week to get here. And then on Twitter, for those of you that are following me there, I posted a poll asking you guys what color I should change this to. I'm not gonna physically repaint this one, so I'm gonna go ahead and order one of those aftermarket ones on Amazon, one of those covers or whatever you call it, the ones where you just place it on top and tape it down. Maybe one of those. I'm just gonna repaint it though, because I think they typically come in carbon fiber, and I think that would look really stupid in here. So I posted a poll for you guys on Twitter. Unfortunately, like always on all the polls that I post on my Twitter, yeah, there was a tie for the winning option. So it was a tie between matte purple, which you guys know we're trying to go for a purple theme in here, all the purple stuff, and you know, all the purpleness. Gosh, that's so dirty. It was a tie between matte purple and matte black, and the reason to why those two colors were options on the straw poll is because I actually do have spray paint for those two colors. So you guys remember we did the strut bar, which I'll show you guys actually, because now it's daytime, so I'll definitely show it to you guys. So I still have spray paint from that left over. And then if you guys remember the time when I still had the K-Wagon and we repainted the windshield wiper stalks or whatever, yeah, I still have that black spray paint as well, and it's matte black. So Yeah, it was a tie between those. Here's the thing. I know I told you guys that we're gonna go for a purple theme. I do want to do that, but yeah, I don't know if painting this purple would make it look really good or really stupid. So I think for the time being, I'm gonna opt to lean towards going matte black, just because that's like a neutral color. And I think, I mean, we can change it whenever we want. If I want to go purple, we could do that. I can just repaint it over it. I don't know. I really don't know. What do you guys think? Matte purple in here? If I bought like a cover or whatever, one of those carbon fiber ones, and repainted it in the matte purple color, what do you guys think? Would that look really cheesy in here? Here's the thing. If I were to get some more purple like trims or interior stuff to make this purple theme, one or two things that I know for sure that would actually look pretty good in here if it was purple is an aftermarket steering wheel, which I highly doubt I'll ever do that. I would love to, but there's a lot of complications with doing that in Japan, not just with shuck-in. That would get on a lot of trouble if I had an aftermarket steering wheel. But also installing it myself and then uninstalling it as well, because right before your shuck-in inspection, you do actually have to revert everything back to stock. So otherwise, you'll get in a lot of trouble, and then you'll have to redo your shuck-in inspection and pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars for it. Or yen, I should say, hundreds of yen. That'd be really cheap, actually. 100,000 yen, maybe. But yeah, I would love to get like a purple NRG steering wheel with a hub adapter and stuff like that. But I wouldn't be, there's no way I'd be able to do that on my own. I would definitely need someone to help me with it. And then someone to help me, once my shuck-in comes for this car, help me put back that original steering wheel as well. So that's one thing I know would look so sick in here if we were to put more purple theme inside of here as an aftermarket steering wheel. But the rest of it, like all this stuff, I don't know if that would actually look good or look really cheesy in here. Like I mentioned, I did order one thing already that's coming in. Should I tell you guys what it is? I'll just tell you guys what it is. So I ordered aftermarket knob covers or whatever they're called for these three. They're in black, but they have like TRD writing on it. You guys will see when it comes here. I think it'll look so sick. I purposely didn't get purple, mainly because I couldn't find any online. I couldn't find any purple ones online on Amazon or wherever. So black, and I think that'll look so sick in here. But yeah, you guys let me know what you think about going the purple theme in the interior. What should I make purple in here? What should I not make purple in here? Let me know, because I really want your guys' advice on this, because I honestly think a lot of the things that could become purple in here would look really cheesy in here. So let me know what you guys think, and we'll see what happens in the future. All right, let me show you guys what's underneath the hood right now. So you guys know, if you watched the previous episode, let me not bash the door against this. Hachiroku doors are super massive and very, very, very fragile or whatever. Okay, here we go. Whew. Yeah, it's hard to work on this thing. There it is. There it is. You guys finally get to see some piece of work here. Oh my God. So yeah, also, let me put the hood prop, because like the engine's super hot. So hold on. Okay, hopefully that holds. We're on like a slope right now. I'm scared that's gonna like snap. I really want to replace that with something else. This is really sketchy. So let's do this kind of quick before that snaps off or whatever. So yeah, I've guess I should tell you guys, I've owned this. Where is that helicopter? That thing is obnoxious. Where is it going? I don't know. Anyways, oh, there it is. Gee, what the? I think those are those ambulance helicopters or whatever you call it. They usually do TV shows and stuff like that. They usually go in convoys like that, where they have like two small ones and then one big one. Like those ambulance, I think it's called like Dokta Heri or something like that. I forget what they're called, but I don't, they're usually orange, I think. That was like blue? I don't know. Anyways, let's do this quick before I get hit by a car here, because I'm like almost on the road. Anyways, so yeah, we finally have the strut mount that I can show you guys, and yeah, it seems to be holding pretty well, so I guess the torque is all okay, and the paint's not coming off either, so I think we're good. I did pretty well at painting. I know it's a little bit splotchy in some areas, but that's because the previous paint that was on it was already kind of roughed up already. So I know it's like, it's not perfect in some areas. That's because it got scratched while I was tightening and stuff like that. But yeah, there it is. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. And yeah, 6 months of ownership of this car. I guess I can tell you guys all the pros and cons of owning this thing. The biggest one of all definitely is, like I told you guys, and I think this might be just specifically my Hachiroku, and that is the rims and brakes collect so much brake dust. Like, it's ridiculous. So yeah, you constantly have to clean these out, otherwise the brakes squeak like crazy, and I think I'm probably gonna have to take this car somewhere again to get it checked, because it's really concerning to me. I don't know if changing out the rims for aftermarket rims and upgrading the brakes maybe, or changing to ceramic brakes would do anything. I'm really not sure, but I definitely need to do something about this. But we're still definitely looking for parts for this thing, looking for Advan RS2s or RS3s or something like that in black. Still looking for those. I also found out the NERV spec is actually impossible for me to install onto this car, or not this car, the trunk that I have. So yeah, unfortunately, this wing's not going to be removable because there are holes in the middle here, in the middle section, because of clips underneath. So the only thing I'd be able to replace it with is something else that also covers the entire width of the trunk, and that would possibly be a TRD wing. One reason is because I found out TRD is actually a Toyota part. It's a factory part, so I could probably get one from Toyota or something, and it's street legal and stuff like that. Toyota Racing Development, I think it stands for. I did not know that, actually. So that's one option, which I think would look pretty good on here. It's not what I originally wanted. But I mean, the NERV spec on this trunk would be impossible, so unfortunately, for the time being, I'm gonna have to pass on that until I can figure something out. But also I found out, which I can't show you guys, but I can't actually remove the rear license plate. And this totally didn't cross my mind, because in Japan, when it comes to a car with a white license plate, the rear license plate's actually not removable. So if I were to swap out this trunk for a clean trunk so I can mount a NERV spec on it, I can't actually do that because I can't remove the license plate. Because there's, on the left side, there's like this aluminum like cover on top of the bolt, and you can't actually remove, you can't legally remove those. It's for like anti-theft and stuff like that. So if I were to remove that and then take it off, yeah, I'd get in a lot of trouble. So I don't know how to go with doing that process. So for the time being, before I jump to like the final phase of this car, we're gonna take it slow. I'm gonna do some smaller things first, and I think for the time being, I'm gonna swap to a TRD wing if I can figure out how to take this off properly and actually find a TRD wing somewhere that I can buy. And maybe we'll do that for now. So TRD wing, unfortunately no NERV spec for the time being. Advan Racing RS2s or RS3s in black if I can find those at some point. And then, you know, some aftermarket, you know, interior stuff, maybe an NRG steering wheel in purple. And then, I don't know. I honestly don't know what else. Exhaust swap maybe. But yeah, it's been 6 months and this car is still incredibly clean. I don't know if you guys can tell, but this still looks mint condition. And I've never actually cleaned this in the 6 months that I've owned this. I've only done very minor like wipe downs with a dry microfiber towel. That's it. That's literally all I've done. So this is pretty amazing. That's about it, honestly. There's not much else to show you guys. Not really anything to do. I'm just gonna clean this whole thing out. Interior, the rims, all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna lightly rinse the car down, do everything, because from next week, I believe it's next week, yeah, I actually have no days off of work for like almost 2 months. So this is, today and tomorrow are literally the only days I have to actually work on this thing. until I can't do anything for a while. So yeah, for the time being, before it starts to get really hot, because summer is gonna approach pretty soon. Gonna go ahead and clean this thing out. Maybe if we can find some small things for this thing, like some trim pieces or whatever. If I can find a shift panel or whatever that I told you guys earlier, silver one. If I could find one at my local op garage, which I highly doubt I will, but if I can, I'll definitely buy that, and then we can paint over that. So, and I don't have to buy the aftermarket one on Amazon or wherever I decide to do that. But yeah, just a small little update for you guys on what's happening with this thing. It's been 6 months. Aside from that though, nothing really of a con when it comes to this car. Just a huge amount of brake dust. So thinking whether it'd actually be worth it to upgrade the brakes or to swap to ceramic. I don't know, you guys let me know. What do you guys suggest I do when it comes to the brake situation on this and all the brake dust and cleaning this car? Because I could really use some advice. So if anybody has any ideas or what you guys do, for those of you that do own a Hachiroku, let me know what your process is to keeping this thing clean, especially the rims and the brake section. And yeah, aside from that, this car is great. I've had no like major problems with this thing. Super happy. Haven't really done anything with it yet aside from the strut bar. But yeah, we'll keep going little by little. I'm not gonna push it too hard. You guys know I'm not putting this thing ever on a racetrack or anything like that. And we'll just take it slow with finding parts as well. I don't want to jump to conclusions too fast. So small things. And the TRD wing, unfortunately no nerd spec because of complications and stuff like that. Eventually in the future, we'll try and do that. But for now, TRD wing, find some Advan Racing RS2s or RS3s. And that's about it. I don't know if I ever plan to lower this thing because it's already difficult to drive as it is. And I don't want to damage this thing because you guys know I plan to keep it clean, turn it more into a show car rather than a drift missile style. So it is an automatic anyways, so it wouldn't make sense to build something like that out of this. If I were to do that, I would definitely buy like a cheap car that's previously been raced or drifted by the previous owner and stuff like a beat up S14 or something like that, you know. I would definitely do that and obviously buy it in manual. But this, I'm definitely gonna keep this clean for pretty much its entire life and turn it into a show car, stuff like that, you know, and just enjoy it. It's my daily driver anyways, so don't want to bang it up too much. And that's about it. Not much else. Just an update for you guys. And we'll see what we have for this thing in the future. I'm losing my words. Some of you actually mentioned on the video that I posted about me potentially getting ownership of this land in the way in the future. A lot of you laughed at me and said that this land looks super tiny and there's no way to fit like more than 2 cars in here. Like I mention all the time, yes, I know everything looks a lot smaller on camera, but I'm guaranteeing you, just by looking here, and I'm not lying when I say this land can easily fit 6-7 cars in here, no problem. I'm dead serious. I'm just talking like this upper half here. You could easily fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars, and then 6 easily. You can. And then if you were to include this, which as for the time being I'm not doing that, everything from here to here, yeah, you could easily fit like 4 or 5 cars just in this area right here. You can actually. I know it looks, from your guys' point of view, this land looks super tiny and it looks like it can only fit 2 cars. And I do agree. When I watch my videos on camera, like the past video that we filmed here, I agree with the people that said that it looks like it can only fit 2 cars. But trust me, it actually can fit over 4 cars just in this area here. All right, a few hours later, and by a few hours, I mean I've been here for about 4 hours, 3-4 hours maybe. Finally done. This looks so good, but yeah, that's problematic. And the brakes and everything. I really need to possibly take my car to a Toyota dealership this time, because I went to an Autobacks last time. It told me absolutely nothing was wrong with the brakes, which could be true, but there's definitely something up with them. So I'm definitely gonna want to take it to Toyota dealership this time and really tell them the whole situation, tell them that what previously happened when it came to getting this checked by someone else. So now just got to clean the interior just quickly. That's pretty much it. not much else. Back at the land though, and yeah, nothing's really changed when it comes to what might happen to the future of this place. So still the same. Every once in a while I come here to work on the car because I have a water source here and everything. It's fun, but yeah, summer's gonna come here eventually. And apparently I just met the guy over here. He always comes to say hi to me and stuff like that, and we talk to each other. And he told me tomorrow it's supposed to be like over 30 degrees, which is crazy. So I'm really glad I'm here now and not tomorrow. So yeah, and it's still like mid-April right now, which is nuts. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about all the things that I told you guys, and give me some ideas. Like what should we do with this thing? What are some things you'd like to see me do when it comes to like getting parts or interior purpleness and stuff like that? And yeah, let me know your thoughts on what you think and what we should do from now on. I'm gonna clean out this entire car and be on my way. So hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next video. Johnny. Before we end the video, check this out. So I was at my local hobby store, it's like a surugaya, and they have a gacha section. So I was just walking around looking for just random things, and I managed to find a series that I bought before called Black Rabbit. I'll show you guys in a sec. I don't know if you can see it, probably not. I actually got the purple version. So you guys have no idea how much I'm smiling right now. We know exactly where this one's going, and this will fit perfectly for the purple theme of the Hachiroku. So this is gonna be so sick. I'm so excited. I'm definitely not opening this one. If you don't know what Black Rabbit is, this is it. This is the series. I don't know what it originates from or what exactly is, but yeah, here it is. And there's, what is there, seven colors? They all look pretty sick actually. So we got the rare mystery one, which like I mentioned, I'm not going to open this one. There's no reason to. And then I tried again, and we actually got the purple one, the one that I wanted the most. This is gonna be so sick. There we go. Dude, that is so sick. Can't wait to put this in the car. But yeah, you guys are gonna have to wait until next episode, because I'm not gonna do that right now. Ha 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 ha. Johnny. Nice. Beautiful.